Well, breaking news tonight out of Lansing, we've just learned that Governor Snyder has activated the National Guard to help distribute bottled water and filters in the city of Flint. Now, this comes after volunteers and Michigan State troopers handed out bottles of water and filters to families 1 week after the governor declared a state of emergency in the city.
It was back in October the drinking water was declared unsafe due to high lead levels, but recently unearthed emails suggest state officials actually knew about the lead problem as far back as July. Stay with My5, TV5, and WNEM.com for continuing coverage on the Flint water crisis.
Well, as truckloads of bottled water is handed out around the city of Flint, families continue to get their children tested for lead poisoning. As
the state and federal government decide how to fix the problem, people in Flint are left to deal with it. That includes the heartbreaking process of trying to find out how much damage has already been done. This afternoon, Molina Healthcare kicked off one of 15 screenings for high blood lead levels.
We want to meet the parents and the kids where they're at to help them get the information they need about lead awareness, and we really want to encourage them to see their primary care doctor to get treatment.
Many parents were having children retested to make sure their lead levels aren't getting any worse.
And as we just said, state police officers were enlisted to help distribute bottled water around the city. Volunteers accompanied by state troopers went door to door handing out cases of water. Representatives from the health community were also on hand giving people medical advice. People on the receiving end say what's going on is scary, but it's nice that people are coming together.
It shows that everybody cares about everybody, and it's a lot serious than what most people would think.
Meantime, many are questioning where FEMA and the federal government have been and why it's taking so long to get the help needed to fix the problem.
TV5's Gino Vici is asking the tough question.
Nearly 2 years, the drinking water of roughly 100,000 Flint residents tainted. An outpouring of help from the community, but so far, very little help from the state and almost nothing from the federal government.
We need this water.
With it nearly being 2 years since the water crisis in Flint began, many residents here are wondering if there will ever be a response from the federal government.
We here stranded, basically, and we ain't even on the island.
Rick is a Flint resident who says he's beginning to lose faith and can't understand why FEMA, the agency that steps in when this type of crisis happens, hasn't showed up yet.
You have to show behind what you speak. If not, you saying it for no reason.
Just last week, it was announced that FEMA would be sending representatives to Flint to assess the water crisis. But so far, Genesee County Health Director Mark Valachek says he hasn't seen FEMA's presence within city limits.
To my knowledge.
Valachek says more help is needed in the city where children have been exposed to lead in their drinking water.
There's going to be a lot of work that we need to do as a result of what's happened here in Flint.
Also today, presidential candidate Hillary Clinton said this, quote, "In America, no mother should have to worry that the water her children are drinking and bathing in isn't safe. I believe environmental justice can't just be a slogan, it has to be a goal," end quote. The former First Lady and now frontrunner of the Democratic Party called on President Obama to step in. Meanwhile, residents we spoke with today say they are thankful for the help they're getting, but say they don't understand why more help and clean drinking water isn't pouring into the city of Flint.
It's wrong. It's unrighteousness.
Gino Vici, WNEM TV5 News at 10 on My5.
And count on My5 and TV5 for continuing coverage and for the latest news and resources to keep your family safe. Visit the special section on the Flint water crisis at WNEM.com.